The last 2-3 days in Colombia, we hang out at the Laguna Cuicocha at a little finca there in a little farm with a guy called Horacio. What a beautiful person that Horacio was. He brought us every morning duck eggs for the breakfast. He brought us fruits to make a juice. Oh, was that a beautiful person, to be honest. Perfect host. And before we went, he showed us his staple with the cuy. Cuy. Those are guinea pigs. And they have them here like we have chicken. They eat them. We haven't tried yet the guinea pig, but we saw it already in the restaurant. They barbecue guinea pigs here. It's a bit different than in Europe, where it is a pet for kids. I remember I had guinea pigs when I was a kid, and they were so cute. But I guess sooner or later we're gonna have a guinea pig on our plate here.
สวัสดีเจ้า and welcome to Next Horizon Overland. We are Jill and Ernst, and we are living and traveling full time in our Troopy.
Hours after our arrival here, I found myself in the emergency room of a hospital. After the Laguna Cuicocha, we drove further south to Ipiales and came to El Santuario de Lajas, a beautiful church down in a canyon. Oh, that was impressive to see that church, really. Haven't seen such a nice church yet in South America. Beautiful. Now we are on the way to the Laguna Cuicocha, which is quite close to Quito, and we can do some trekking there. It is already quite high up in the mountains, I think, average 3,200 up to 3,500 meters above sea level. And today, I don't know if we do it today or tomorrow, we are going to trek around that laguna, which is around 12 kilometers. So I think we have to be prepared a little bit. Usually 12 kilometers is not that much to hike, but it's on a height of 3,500 meters, so I expect it to be a bit tiring. We'll see. First we go there, install on the campground, and then we see what's up. Yeah, man. cooking today?
Fried rice.
Fried rice. Chicken with what inside?
Chicken with kale, carrots and onion.
Hey, you notice the height here, huh?
My heart beating so fast.
Yeah. 3,300 meters above sea level. Keen to know how it is tomorrow, that trek, huh? We do it tomorrow. Today is already too late. It's 2 o'clock, 2:30. That takes about 4 hours, I guess.
Yeah, we do it tomorrow.
We do it tomorrow. Let's see, huh? But that gotta be nice, man. Here we are now on the hike around the Laguna Cuicocha, the guinea pig lake in English. They say the lake has a shape of a guinea pig. Now that hike is about 12-13 kilometers. Should take roughly 3 to 4 hours, but we have to take care a bit. We are already now on a height of roughly 3,400 meters above sea level, and I think it goes on 3,600 or even a little bit higher. Let's see. But I already notice the air is quite thin up here. Oh, not even half the way and 3/4 done already. Wow, what a beauty, this caldera. Incredible. What do you think, Jill?
Beautiful and tired. Where did we start?
Yeah, I tried to figure out, but it's somewhere over there. I think we underestimated a bit that hike here. We just took one banana with us. We're already a little bit hungry and we ate it now. So, and I think we are roughly halfway now. But I think the altitude, that makes a huge difference here. That makes the difference of being tired and needing more energy. But the landscape, so beautiful, man. Wow. We nearly did it. The whole round around the Laguna Cuicocha. But we clearly underestimated it. It's not the distance, 12 kilometers walking, that's okay. But it's the height we underestimated. I'm completely done. No more energy. Got cramps in my legs. Man, it's time to come back to the camping. About 1 kilometer. Completely done. We are just leaving that region of the Laguna Cuicocha. What a beautiful place. We really enjoyed being there. It's a little village, an indigenous community, very nice people.
So cozy.
Indeed, so cozy. And a funny story. Well, okay, funny.
I decided what to call. No, it's not funny.
It's not funny somehow, but you decide if it is funny. I tell you that story. At the entrance of that village is a huge sign saying "Ladrón cogido será quemado." Quote, thief will be burned. And when I saw that first, I thought, what does that mean? Then Manuel, the owner of the camping there, told me the story about, he said 2 years ago, they had a huge group of thieves coming to the village and they stole cattle. They came with a truck and several people with motorbikes, and at night the villagers caught them, and they were so angry that they set the truck in fire with the chauffeur, the thief, inside. So they are not kidding around, man. If you are foreign there, maybe don't get too close to their cattle, okay? So we have reached Quito, the capital of Ecuador. And here around the corner is La Mitad del Mundo, the middle of the earth. Means we are on the Equator. Everything south from Quito is the southern hemisphere of our world. A completely new stage of our trip. Yeah, man. That's like Alice in Wonderland, you know? This is Mindo, a private nature reserve close to the little town Mindo. That is so beautiful, so amazing, this jungle. I think last time we saw something like this in Costa Rica, innit? Tremendous jungle.
Dense forest.
It's unbelievable. Everything humid and rainy. There are birds around. There are plants and flowers and fruits. Haven't seen such things in my life. Haven't seen much of Ecuador yet, but already now that's incredible, the nature beauty, and so diverse from this snow-covered mountain to tropical rainforests, everything here. That's amazing, that country. Love it. And up here is the tower, look. Let's go and have a look up there. Those ferns are incredible. Some are over 10 meters high. Wow, and all those birds. Can't see them, but you hear them everywhere.
You see, even that tree is so high, but very dense colors.
Yeah, full of flowers. That is holy, man.
This is holy, man.
Yeah, man. Take care, man. That's deep here. and cheese made from a Swiss here. Josef Dubach from Switzerland founded here that cheese shop. Yeah, man. So we get enough cheese now for, let's say, 3 days. Here we are in a piece of forest of the Mindo Cloud Forest Foundation in the little village Milpe. Wow, do they have birds here and such a lot of colibris. Man, are they cute.
I love them.
Since a couple of days now we are in Quito, the capital of Ecuador. Looks like a city that never sleeps. 24/7 there is traffic and stuff going on here. Actually we wanted to visit here, the Old Town, highly recommended, but things turned out a little bit different. 2 hours after our arrival here, I found myself in the emergency room of a hospital. But first we are going to finish the brekkie after I tell you that story. Yeah, man. That's quite a strange fruit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of passion fruit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How's the taste?
Passion fruit, but smell a little bit like pomelo.
So here comes now the story how I end up in the emergency room of a hospital. When we arrived to the camp, we went up to a small village. There are a couple of shops. I wanted to buy some drinks. So we get some chips, some Coke and stuff like this, and we walked back. And out of the nowhere came a huge white dog and bite me in the tight, but really deep. In the hospital they told me one tooth of that dog went about 2.5-3 centimeters into the thigh.
Must be a long teeth.
That was painful, I tell you. So they had to wash out the wound, give me antibiotica, because the dangerous thing is that this makes a sepsis, a blood infection, and no one wants that. And now I have to take for 5 days antibiotica. Look at that huge pill, man. Half a meal.
Luckily the dog is vaccinated.
Yeah, the dog is vaccinated against rabies, and that is quite important because right in the hospital, the first thing they told me, there is in all Ecuador not one rabies vaccine available. There's a shortage in all Ecuador. So what's coming up next on our trip? Now, we just visit the old town of Quito. This is going to be for the next video already. Then we are going further south. We are going to visit the volcano Cotopaxi, the other volcano Chimborazo. There we can go up to 4,850 meters above sea level with our car. Another 150 meters up, gonna be on 5,000. But this is for the next video. See you then. We love you.